Apokalips, created by Jack Kirby. First appearance, New Gods, first series, number 1, February-March 1971. History. An untold number of years ago, there was a distant planet populated by a race known only as the Old Gods. They fought amongst themselves constantly, and a final war among the Old Gods climaxed with the release of unimaginable power that split the very planet apart, leaving 2 molten barren worlds in its place. Ages ago, the 2 new planets cooled and life re-emerged upon them. One of these planets, said to have been bestowed with nobility from the living atoms of the old god Baldur, became known as New Genesis. The other, revolving in New Genesis' shadow, was Apokalips, said to have been infused with the evil of a sorceress of the planet of the old gods. Each of these 2 sister planets spawned a race of new gods, but whereas New Genesis gave birth to a civilization devoted to peace, Apokalips gave rise to a culture devoted to war and the pursuit of power. The planet eventually became a vast technological factory designed to produce the weapons of interplanetary war. The first rule of Apokalips was Yuga Khan. Obsessed with penetrating the mystery of the source, the power believed by the new gods to govern the cosmos, Yuga Khan dared to pass the Great Barrier, said to separate the source from mortal reality. As a result, Yuga Khan suffered the fate that has befallen all who have attempted such a feat, and was transformed into an enormous, immobile, stone-like Promethean giant. Yuga Khan was succeeded as ruler of Apokalips by his wife, Queen Hegra. Her son Darkseid set in motion the events that led to the murder of Avia, beloved wife of Isaiah the Inheritor, a leader of New Genesis, by Darkseid's uncle Steppenwolf. The result, as Darkseid intended, was a long and catastrophic war between the 2 planets. During this time, Darkseid had Queen Hegra murdered and succeeded her as ruler of Apokalips. To gain time to prepare his plans to dominate the universe, Darkseid finally made a pact with Isaiah, now known as Highfather, that ended the war. As part of the pact, Highfather and Darkseid exchanged sons, so that Orion, Darkseid's son, was raised on New Genesis, and Highfather's son, Scott Free, later known as Mr. Miracle, grew up on Apokalips. Years later, again as Darkseid intended, the pact was broken when Scott Free fled to Earth. Since then, the new gods of Apokalips and New Genesis have clashed on numerous occasions, often with Earth as their battleground. Darkseid has absolute power in the totalitarian government ruling Apokalips. Apart from those who have risen to privileged positions through their service to him, the population of Apokalips are in effect Darkseid's slaves. Among the most infamous residents of Apokalips are the members of Darkseid's elite, including his warrior son Kalibak the Cruel, the torturer Desard, who is Darkseid's principal aide, Granny Goodness, who trains Darkseid's dog soldiers at her orphanage called the Happiness Home, the masterminds Dr. Bedlam and Vermin Wunderbar, the assassin Kanto, the seductress Amazing Grace, and Tigra, Orion's mother, now a prisoner of Darkseid. Big Barda, who once led Darkseid's warriors, called the Female Furies, escaped to Earth, where she eventually married Scott Free. Another native of Apokalips, Sleaze, was banished to Earth for crimes too foul for even Darkseid to tolerate. Among known areas and landmarks on Apokalips are Darkseid's palace, the Tower of Rage, built in his own image, and Armageddon, where the Lowlies, also known as the Hunger Dogs, slave to operate and maintain Apokalips' factories and its principal energy source, the colossal fire pits. Recently, the reborn Yuga Khan returned to Apokalips, leading to a struggle between him and his son for domination of that planet. It is believed that sometime in the future, the Hunger Dogs will rebel against Darkseid. It is predicted that still further in the future, Darkseid and Orion will have their climatic battle on the fields of Armageddon.